crafty, and he's gotten what he needed.
He's a bright boy.
Yeah,
he's done a bit.
I'm not saying he's not spectacular, but we haven't quite seen it yet today. But we have seen, like I said, he's done enough.
He's got nice body position.
Yeah.
You know, once he grips up, he gets a nice shape, and he's a difficult man to dislodge.
Yeah, I like the way his gripping is. I like the way he's working some ashiwaza in here. When I want to see him pull the trigger and throw somebody for something big.
Looking for an opening here. He just started to feel as though he would get turned. And he had to bail from his own effort there. Concentrate on not getting thrown.
And kind of a half turn in there.
Caused Manzi some discomfort on his left elbow.
I'm sure he might use a different word besides discomfort.
They're off the mat.
Yeah, they're still kind of working at their gripping issues, I think, here. Around the side here. From this sort of side-to-side position, I don't see an advantage here for Manzi to make an attack.
They're finding it really difficult, aren't they? Both fighters. No one's settled really.
Well, I think it seems they managed to get a surite position, but they really can't get the sode.
Yeah.
They need to grab that sleeve there. They're both coming around the back, so I think it's because they're both coming around the back, and it's a kenkayotsu situation.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for someone to come around the back and try an odanage or something like that, because I don't think you're going to be able to throw forward from that position.
I guess if it was one of the Georgians, we'd have seen it already.
Yes.
Maybe the Mongolian boy, he could have thrown in an uranagi. They'd like that kind of close-in fighting. It's the Dutch player who picks up the penalty. As David was saying, you know, Manzi hasn't been that spectacular. He's just difficult.
He's effective. I mean, it's a different strategy. You say the Cuban women, and I don't want to go as far as to say it's negative judo, but
just doing what's necessary. 40-odd seconds left to go.
See if one of these guys can turn it on. They got to find another gear or try something different gripping wise. Blue's behind by that penalty, so he's got to do something. Thus far, we've only seen one golden score. And Manzi, that was a better turn than we've seen.
He just knows when to attack and what to do, yeah?
And then the Dutch competitor just shaking his head.
And picking up passivity penalty.
Unless he can come with something in the last 16 seconds, that could put the nail in the coffin right here. That's 3.
Manzi just stretching out now.
Yep.
Making gripping difficult. And he knows now that he too can burn.
Yeah. He could afford a penalty or two.
Here, yeah.
There we go.
He doesn't have to. He's not really pushed.
And you can see the frustration on the part of Blue, like, what do I have to do with this guy?
You know, his frustration is not having made Manzi really work for it.
Right.
You know, well, it wasn't, you know, a walk in the park, but he didn't threaten him at all. He never looked under any real pressure.
Well, they came in with the kinkos. They both took that sort of deep back grip, and from both sides, it was going to be very difficult for them to pull the trigger or anything.